on this Wednesday morning, March 19th. It's time for some ARC Rochester.
It certainly is. That's Abby Fridman. I'm Dan Schrack, and we have 2 full hours to get through. So we're going to run down what we have brewing for you this Wednesday morning.
Yeah, a little preview of the next 2 hours. Stephanie Joseph will take us behind the story, sharing more on a nationwide initiative that you can take part in.
Yeah, she joins us from the live desk this morning with the very latest. Steph?
Yeah, good morning there, guys. Now, 13 WHAM is taking a closer look at the rise in homelessness in the Rochester region. You'll hear from the Salvation Army and local housing experts sharing some insight. A report from our Lowell Rose is coming up in our 9 o'clock hour.
All right, thank you, Steph. And then coming up, we are taking a look at some of the headlines that have people talking this Wednesday. Today, we'll be introduced to the world's most expensive dog in today's Trending Now. The price tag, wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Then coming up later this morning, the Rochester Police Department is putting out the call for some new recruits. We'll be learning more about their current drive and how you can take part.
And then later, we are getting Cinnamon Jones will be in studio with us again live as she gets ready for her upcoming show, Lady of Song, at the JCC Theater. She's been here before. She's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Incredible.
Yeah, we're in for a treat. And you are too. Before all of that, we're going to start things off with a check of the forecast. Meteorologist Marty Snyder tracking things out. Marty, it is going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice for us. We're going to keep some sunshine around, maybe just a little bit less than yesterday. But yesterday we had full sunshine. Today, just a few clouds from time to time, at least partly sunny skies. And temperatures right now, they're starting off mainly in the 40s. We're going to see these numbers move. We're starting off near the average high for this time of year, and we'll just build on that already mild number for this time of day. That'll put us into the upper 60s by noon. Couple places could be pushing 70 by then. And even through the afternoon, I think most areas will be in the lower 70s, with some areas in that low to mid 70s range. So again, well above the averages for this time of year. I think as soon as tomorrow we start to pull back, there will be at least a chance of a couple showers then, and 50s for a high. That may be an early high before we drop down a little bit. And then a big drop as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but that's just back to a little closer to average for this time of year. So a recovery to the average point as we head through Friday and the weekend, but next couple days, especially today, well above average with quite a bit of sun. Today, one of the best days that we're going to see for quite some time, so enjoy it.
73.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be glorious, Marty.
Nice.
We're going to be celebrating you throughout the morning. Tomorrow, you might not want to show up to work.
Yes, the standards are so high for today, right?
They certainly are.
All
Thank
right,
you,
Marty.
sir.
Okay.
All right, let's get to Off the Top this morning, stories that have piqued our interest. I will start things off today, if you
Please
don't
do.
mind. All right, so you know how you're really into space stories?
Yes.
All right, so I've got something that I'm really interested in. And it's Mount Everest, all right? So really crazy news coming from the tallest and highest mountain above sea level.
From the peak.
From the very peak, yes. All right, so there are so many who are braver than I who have gone and hiked Mount Everest. And for some, they've hiked Mount Everest multiple times, several times a year in some rare cases. These individuals are known as Sherpas. They're from the mountainous regions of Nepal, India, and Tibet. And they're often hired as guides for climbing expeditions. Interestingly enough, because there are generations of Sherpas who have lived at high altitudes, their bodies have adapted to thrive in environments that are scarce in oxygen. Sherpas are responsible for carrying insanely heavy loads of supplies and equipment for paths. They're responsible for setting up the camps, fixing the ropes and ladders, and helping hikers get to the peak of the mountaintop. So they are incredible, and that's just an understatement. Generations and generations of Sherpas. One of the most dangerous places on the route is the Khumbu Icefall, and I think I'm saying that right. I've heard it pronounced a few different ways. Khumbu Icefall. Essentially, and we're going to show it to you here in just a second. Yeah, this is it. It is basically a river that runs down the mountain. It makes the terrain unstable. This area is it's known for having avalanches and ice shifts, and it's really treacherous. One of the most treacherous areas on the whole mountain, which is very interesting because it's so close to base camp, which is where people start out. Sadly, the Sherpas are usually the victims of this area because they spend so much time there setting up those ladders, setting up the ropes. And this week, drones, cargo drones, are going to be paving the way to carry those ropes and ladders and equipment, oxygen, and essentially mapping out the route for the safest way to get through this ice fall, essentially eliminating the whole trial and error work here. Also, potentially eliminating some jobs of the Sherpas. So people have mixed reviews. In an article I read on Explorer's Web, the author says that Sherpas do not enjoy this job, especially on Everest at all. She called it, quote, the expletivist job in the Himalaya. You can infer. Also adding, quote, most would rather work on any other peak than on the lower parts of Everest. So, I mean, that's pretty incredible to say. The article says drones will save lives, not just for Sherpas, but for those who are exploring the mountain as well, and will prevent accidents from ever happening. However, others are not on board. Politicians, trade unions, and Sherpas themselves are calling the plan idiotic. The General Secretary of the Nepal Trade Union Congress says, quote, the introduction of drones could take away the livelihoods of thousands of Sherpas. For 6 months, they risk their lives on Everest, and for the rest of the year, they have no work at all. If drones start replacing them, what will they do? And I want to put this into perspective for you here. So there are seasons for where people can hike on Everest, and it's usually in the spring and then in the fall months. Their paychecks typically can range between $4,000 and $10,000 US dollars, and that is to last them and their families. So keep in mind, this is drone footage here. This is unrelated drone footage. This is just beauty shots from a company based out of China. I'd like to know your thoughts on this. And I'd like to know your thoughts as well, because I think this is so interesting. I can see both sides of the argument here. Yeah.
Listen, I think these Sherpas, some of them, I'm sure, enjoy parts of the job. I'm sure they don't enjoy the risk that they take every day saying goodbye to their family, or every season saying goodbye to their family, not knowing if they're going to see them again. It's not like they're out there working in law enforcement or saving lives. They are tasked with hauling the baggage of very rich and well-to-do individuals to the top of Everest so these people can have an Instagrammable moment. I think the entire industry needs a bit of an overhaul, if you ask me. That said, for these Sherpas, again, if they want to be doing this, listen, who am I to stop them? But I think there needs to be some serious, we need to seriously look at the standards at which these people are forced to work within, and how they have to do their job. And again, the industry itself, because have you climbed Everest?
Certainly not.
Do you know anybody that has?
Certainly not.
Neither have I. And I can guarantee a lot of you probably don't know anybody who's climbed Everest either. And the reason is because, again, it's something that we see the super wealthy do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, they're putting their lives at risk for a very select group of individuals to achieve something on a bucket list that most people don't have, when most people would just like to survive on the day-to-day. So I don't know. This is where I'm a little bit torn.
Yeah. See, I feel the same way, you know, and
they don't get the credit they deserve.
Look at how much stuff that person is carrying. I mean, and it's not like he's walking on a carved pathway here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hiking through ice and snow.
It's days. It's not a day trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Up and down the mountain to put those ladders up. I mean,
to go over these overpasses.
Dangerous. And, you know, on top of it, you look at just the experience of hiking Mount Everest in general, and you look at how much garbage has been left behind.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's sad, honestly. You look at some of those base
that are
camps.
Still there.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing in and of itself. But you look at, like, the tents and the food and, you know, the gear that's been left behind. This is one of the base camps here, and you can see how big that drone is. But, that's been something that people are very critical of as well, is how much pollution has been left on the mountain. And to your point, yes, bodies have been left behind, and we've heard that is because it is too dangerous to get them down off the mountain.
Yeah, can't recover them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just,
listen,
food for thought here.
It certainly is.
It's really interesting.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
It makes you think. And listen, if we didn't live in a black hole, we would think even more about it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. I want to talk about something far different and a lot closer to home. The Red Wings, they are making some big changes. This is what they posted yesterday. Innovative Field is going cashless. Starting this season, all transactions at Innovative Field will be cashless to improve speed, efficiency, and your overall game day experience. Now, Ashley, can you pull up our post, the one that 13 Wham posted on the social media platform X? Stand by. Here it comes. And we'll get to it. Here's the thing. People are looking at this, and nobody bothers to click anymore.
Yep.
What we now more often than not do is we read the headline and keep on scrolling. We read the headline and comment. We read the headline and form an opinion when we don't know the full story. Do we have it? Yeah. Do we have the other tweets? The comments? Let's see some of the comments. So this was the reaction. Cash is still legal tender. How can they decide not to accept it? Well, again, click the article and see that you can still use cash when you get to Innovative Field. So they just want people with credit cards? This seems rather classist. No, Mayo be fool. They don't just want people with credit cards, because you can take that cash at Innovative Field and turn it into diamond dollars. Read beyond the headline. Up next, get with the times, Grandma. Nobody wants to carry dirty cash around. If you do, this world has passed you by. While you're at it, stop writing checks, you dinosaurs. This is from the voice of reason.
Are you sure you didn't tweet that?
Yes, I did not tweet this, but it certainly made me laugh. That was a response to some of these comments. Looks like I'm not going to a baseball game. Listen, you're Americans first. The threat you're making is unwarranted. Click the headline, read the whole story. You're missing the point here, that you can still use cash at Innovative Field. You go behind the ticket booth, you turn that cash in for diamond dollars, and it's like a gift card or a stadium debit card that you then go around and use at the food vendors and at the shop there. Based on the comments on Facebook, it's hard to believe in 2025 that people live like it's 1986 financially. Darn tootin'. Well, then I guess I won't be going to the Wings games then, nor will my grandchildren, who went quite often with a couple of 20s I gave them for food and such. Okay, listen, semi-redacted. Read the article. Don't just read the headline. We've societally, we need to do this with every story. This is just a local story that, got a lot of online traction because for whatever reason, people insist on using dollar bills everywhere they go when that's not what society has really moved toward. And something tells me some of these people who are totally against them going to just cashless payments, also invest in cryptocurrency. So let's balance things out here. I do want to talk about some of the outstanding issues or some of the things that I dug up. Hygiene. Physical currency can harbor bacteria and viruses due to frequent handling. Digital payments minimize this. So you've got that. Security. Digital transactions reduce risks associated with carrying cash, such as theft or loss. which absolutely. This will also help with increased revenue because there are studies that show when you're using digital forms of payment, they typically spend more. So 15 to 30% increase in fan spending, which is great to put that money back into the local economy, great for the Red Wings organization in and of itself. I mean, there's the list goes on and on. The pain of paying with cash. Really, you stand there for 15 minutes so somebody can count out the change and give you a pocket full of pennies. What are you doing with those pennies? Really and truly. They go into the bottom of the console of the car and they get stuck underneath the McDonald's soda that you spilled 2 weeks ago. That's what happens to that change. Why not use the digital payment? It'll make the line so much faster. It'll speed up the whole process. You'll be able to say, I'm going to get up when this pitcher's on the mound and go get a hot dog and beer and be back in your seat before they've got a home run.
All right.
Pump your brakes. I need to, too.
You know, I want to make note of one thing as well while
Please.
we're taking a look at some of those tweets. You know, everybody is saying, shame on the Red Wings, I'm not going to games. I don't understand the whole, like, punishment aspect of it. It's not the team that is making this decision.
No.
It is, they're trying to keep up with the times.
Yes.
You know, and for people to say, you know, I'm never going to a Red Wings game again, it's like, all right, well, why are you punishing them? It's not this has nothing to do with them.
Well,
this has nothing to do with supporting your hometown team.
And I think I've got it in here. It's far from the first organization to go cashless. The Buffalo Bisons, I know they did that last year. They did that in 2024, and that seems to be going just fine. I know they do that with the Syracuse Mets. That's a cashless organization. I mean, listen, if you're so bent on spending, why don't you bring your checkbook? Start writing checks for that hot dog. Like, what are we doing? Why are we trying to go back in time here? Am I wrong?
You know,
I don't think so.
I think having a little cash on you never hurts, but I understand it from the Red Wings.
Which I forgot. That's how I wanted to start this. I wanted to ask you, how much cash do you have in your purse right now?
Right now, $25.
$25.
And some odd cents.
Okay. McLean, how much cash do you have in your wallet right now? $100. $100?
Whoa.
Get you out of most emergencies.
Ooh, look at that. We got
Mark, where are you keeping your wallet?
Yeah,
Just
where is
out
your
of
wallet
curiosity.
right now? Producer Ashley, how much cash do you have in your purse right now?
Big old fat zero.
Big old fat zero. How much money do we have over there? How much cash do you have on you? None.
Rory,
None.
the intern, says none.
Rory, the intern, says none. I carry zero cash.
About like 35.
Ian has 35.
Ian has 35.
All right.
That might get you a ticket and a hot dog. I don't know how much things cost anymore. But here's what I'm saying. Like, cash it's an antiquated system that we see is being phased out in a lot of places. So why not just get with the times? At the grocery store, I pay with my phone. I'm being told, please rap. Said people don't want to hear you
What a
complain
passionate
anymore.
conversation.
Sorry, I don't know. I get passionate about these things. But it's clear people were passionate about it online as
Yes.
well.
Yep.
Read more than just the headline, folks. Click the articles.
Time right now, 8:19. Much more to get to when we come back. We're going to check in with Chris Lopez. He's playing some basketball, not just for fun, but it's for a great cause, too.
It certainly is. And don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel right now. Ark Rochester is back after this. 6:21 this Wednesday morning, and this Saturday, Baden Street Settlement is celebrating March Madness, hosting its 4th annual Buckets for Baden fundraiser.
People of all ages and skill level are encouraged to participate in this 3-point contest to raise money for a new state-of-the-art facility, which will be their headquarters. Chris Lopez is there this morning giving us the details on this event. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, guys, taking place this Saturday, starting at 10 a.m., going until 12. It's about $20 to enter. I'm here with John Allhart. He's a board member at Baden Street Settlement. The idea, though, I want to reiterate the idea. It was your idea. It's the 4th iteration. How's it been going over the past 4 years?
Really is a fun event here at Baden Street Settlement to get everyone on site, celebrate the great impact Baden Street has on this community, and to win some money by having some fun shooting threes, which you're about to do here with Mike McGinnis.
I'm playing Mike McGinnis. He's going to be playing on Saturday, so I'm going to be first to 5 with him.
Yeah.
But how much does this impact, the money that you guys receive from this? How big is this for you guys here at Baden Street?
Yeah, and really twofold with the money. One, I do want to reiterate, hey, if you compete on Saturday, one, you're helping a great cause. Two, you have a chance to win $250 in each age category, right? $750 in prizes. All the money that we raise goes to the $4 million capital campaign Baden believes to build a brand new headquarters for Baden Street Settlement, to renovate this fantastic gym, to really continue to serve families in need here in Rochester.
Anyone can compete, all ages, all skill levels?
Anyone can compete. All you have to do, Google Buckets for Baden. It'll come right up. Page 1, top result, click on it. You can register online or pay at the door Saturday morning.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Okay.
Good luck.
Playing Mike McGinnis, he is a competitor in Saturday's event. First to 5 from the 3-point line.
First to 5.
I'm a little bit nervous. Handshake, friendly handshake.
Let's get it.
Let's get this money.
Let's go, guys. All right, here we go.
I'm already off to a bad start. Early lead. So number 1. Oh, I got one. Game. Wow. See you, Mike. Bye-bye. Game. Blouses. Saturday, 10 a.m. Come on. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Saturday, 10 o'clock. You can try and do that if you want to. 10 a.m. until noon. $20 to enter. Just Google Baden Street. Mike, what? Do you think I was going to beat you?
I don't know if I thought you were going to beat me, but you definitely did. So congratulations on that. I'm coming from the next time, though.
Okay. Next time.
Saturday.
Saturday, you're playing?
Playing.
Okay.
Gonna be there shooting. Let's do it.
Back to you guys in studio.
Glad Chris got his gym time in this
I
morning.
know. I was worried he wasn't going to be able to squeeze it in between all his
know.
other really hard work.
Gym live shots, I know. Hey, stick around. When we come back, meteorologist Mark McLean joins us for a look at today's warm-up.
We're back after this. Time right now is 8:28. Welcome back. Mark McLean is here with a look at today's forecast. Mark, it is really beautiful.
Yeah.
One day before the first day of spring, and it honestly is like early June.
Yeah, it's warming up considerably compared to where we were, right? Yesterday morning we were scraping frost off the car. Remember that? It was 25 degrees. It was 25, and now here we are talking about a forecast that could easily be into the 70s today. So that's really something.
Delightful is what it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks look forward to it. You go home and you see the flowers popping up, and you see this. You see spring, and it's tomorrow. Look at that. At 5:01 a.m., Good Day Rochester is going to have a equinox party hosted by Dan Schrack.
Boom. It's done.
Did you know you were hosting it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen, I mean, we host the party literally every morning.
What would you bring to said party if you were hosting such a thing?
I mean, for the spring party, you absolutely do flowers.
Okay.
And you do mimosas.
Okay.
But because we're not drinking right now, just orange juice.
Oh. Do we have budgets for these kinds of things?
Do we have budgets?
It's a budget.
What's a budget?
How do you spell that?
That's it. Oh, it's an equinox party. Hey, trivia. Let's talk trivia. Okay. So, near record warmth possibility in western New York today. What is the record high temperature on this date for Rochester? There's your guesses. 77, 72, 84, or 69 degrees. What do you say to that?
Near record warmth will be a possibility in western New York today. What is the record high on this date in Rochester?
What do you say?
77, 72, 84, 69.
So let that sit in the back burner and stew for a little
Got
while.
it.
We'll have the answer coming up.
I thought that these were going to be more fun because I thought I would get the answers right.
You know
But
what?
I'm not having a good time.
I'm gonna make tomorrow's weather trivia a lot more fun for Abby. Okay? It's gonna be 70% more fun because everything in weather is a percentage.
How are you going to make it 70% more fun?
No, he's making fun of me.
You are gonna fall out of your seat laughing when you see.
Okay.
It'll be worthwhile to come
I'm on
back.
board.
It'll
Wait,
be worthwhile
now
to come
I'm
back to
nervous.
that.
What are you going to do?
Live on television.
Oh,
Yes.
Fun. We're gonna have some
I'm
fun.
gonna-
Anything that happens live is always good.
Hey, check this out. Walk out the door and you can see these temperatures this morning. We'll go back to the graphics. Rush is in there's a weird weather location there. We have a weather station, the New York State Mesonet. Just 30 minutes ago, it was 35 degrees in Rush and it was 59 degrees in Batavia.
Wow.
So 24 degree, and it has everything to do with the geography of the area down there. It's in a low spot. It's a very isolated spot. There's not a lot of wind to mix things around, so cold air loves to sink and settle, and that's what happens. So you get these huge differences. That's why New York State put in this independent weather network, because there's so many subtle differences, from place to place. Look at Bert's at 59, and then you go, east towards Jordan, and it's 43 degrees this morning. So it's a southwest wind. Southwest wind means that the air sinks when it comes towards Rochester from the southwest. That warms it up, it compresses it, and that's why we get to the 70s today. But tomorrow, it's a different story. It's spring showers across the area. It's not going to be a wall-to-wall washout, but you can see that rain shifting off to the east. So we're going to break out the muddy paw outlook for the doggy. Today we're good, dry paws. Tomorrow could be some wet paws. I don't think it's quite the towel time on that one. Friday, back to dry paws. And Saturday, a little bit of rain around, just kind of having some fun with the weather forecast.
I think you need a picture of Indy.
Oh, a
on
picture
that.
of Indy in the
Yeah.
background on that?
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so we go back here and we do the weather picture. That's a great. Actually, we should have people just send pictures of their dogs in, and we'll put it in that gray area of the back.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not?
Right? That'd be
Wham.com/China.
Muddy Paw Outlook, sponsored by. I can see it coming.
Ooh, yes.
73 at 4 o'clock. The record today, it's going to be close. I almost gave it away right there. Extended forecast, 55 on Thursday with the showers, 46 on Friday. We in the mid-40s this weekend. Saturday, some showers around. It looks like it's going to be a little cooler next week. Not as, quote, swingy with the temps, bouncing all over the place, but back to the 40s for next week.
We are kind of, we're not as all over the place, but
Yeah.
we are, because we're going from, 73 to 27.
Yeah, that is a big, for overnight low temperatures to that high temperature of 73. It's, the wardrobe literally has to change.
Yeah.
From day to day.
It's a gap.
Yeah, I look forward to that end of April when you can The jacket. I just don't, I
Yeah.
can't. It's liberating when you
Yeah.
don't have to wear the jacket anymore, right?
Yeah,
Bye.
1000%.
Today.
Windows
Agreed.
down. Love
Yes.
that.
Windows down. I don't have to worry about my hair getting messed up anymore.
I know you do need a cut though.
Hey, it's getting there.
getting
It's getting there.
long.
Getting there. Getting there.
Getting a little wavy.
Yeah.
You got a mullet in the back.
They can't see that.
All right, McLean.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Time right now is 8:33. Much more to get to on ARC Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break. Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We want to start things out in this half hour by taking a look at what is trending now.
All right, we're going to start out right now with the long-awaited return of Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams.
They are home.
You have been following this story for months.
9 to be exact.
9 months to be exact. And I'm so happy for them, and I'm also happy for you.
Well, I mean, don't be happy for me. I didn't do anything.
I know you didn't, but you've been excited about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So they returned to Earth last evening in a SpaceX capsule that splashed down off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida. You see it right there. Wait for it. It's kind of a cool image. So those are the first shoots, and then the other shoots will come out in just a moment.
It's going kind of fast.
Oh, do we see the altitude on there? It's going down, he says. Goodness, of course it's going down. There we go.
it is.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that feels like?
No, I can't. Probably relief is the first thing I would feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then also probably motion sick a little bit.
Okay, I have a question to ask you after this. I asked both John and Ashley early this morning.
Okay.
Okay, it's in the script, I'm told. This concludes their 9-month stint in space that was supposed to last just 8 days. It started in June 2024.
The duo, after being removed from the capsule, you could see him there waving, smiling, all good things, overjoyed to be back on Earth.
Yeah, they conducted around 150 experiments, about 900 hours worth of science during their extra time there in space.
What they found there will be instrumental in the future of space travel. Just some fun facts here. The capsule took about 17 hours to fall, ranging from 400 miles per hour to 17,500 miles per hour.
That's crazy. The capsule was lifted from the water onto a recovery ship about 30 minutes after splashdown. A school of dolphins even showed up to welcome them home. Okay, so this is the question that I posed to our producers earlier this morning. You just splashed down. You're going to go, they're going to sweep you away, give you a once-over, make sure you're okay.
I'd like more than a once-over.
Okay, they'll give you more than a once-over. My question for you is, what's the first thing you're going to do? Like, you know the next 48 hours, I'm going to be in the hospital, and then I got to go talk to my bosses at NASA and write a strongly worded letter to the CEO and say, hey, you know, I need a raise.
And this is aside from seeing my family?
Yes,
okay.
Aside from seeing your family, how are you going to spend that? What are you going to do on that first day of, like, you time, freedom time?
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to go eat a really good meal. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah?
I'm going to go and, like, just really take my friends and family out and go, like, you know, because they've been eating space food for 9 months.
Flash frozen potatoes.
Yeah, and astronaut ice cream.
Yeah.
It's like you can't live off that for 9 months.
I mean, you can.
You can.
But
Clearly they did.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think I would go out for like a really nice meal.
That is surprisingly close to what both John, Ashley, and myself said.
Did you say have a drink?
No.
What did you say?
No, all of them were food related.
Really?
John wanted a hamburger.
Yep.
Ashley, I believe, wanted to go out to eat.
Yep.
I said I want to be driven to the restaurant in the back of an SUV.
An SUV?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Blacked out windows, get my food to go, and I want to be lifted and placed on my couch to watch Netflix for 1 week.
A whole week?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You got a lot to catch up on.
It is. Yeah.
You
Mark,
got 9 months worth of content.
what are you doing?
We're already getting pictures of dogs for that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
He's moved on.
Yeah.
All right,
And we
now
have to
to a
move on,
story
too.
about a very pricey pooch.
The world's most expensive dog was just sold for $5.7 million.
Yeah, $5.7 million. Let that sink in. The dog is named Catabomb, and it is the first of its breed. It's a cross between an actual wolf and a Caucasian shepherd known as the wolf dog.
An Indian dog enthusiast paid for this rarest dog in the world. The pup was born in the U.S. He's only 8 months old, already weighs over 165 pounds, and is 30 inches tall.
That's impressive. The dog is known for its protective instincts and intelligence, making it a very good watchdog.
The owner says he bought the dog because he's fond of unique dogs and wants to introduce them to India.
He doesn't look very happy there. That is a better picture. The man already owns over 150 different dog breeds. Okay, so this guy's like one of those bajillionaires with lots of property.
Yep. Yeah, he also makes money by showing off his superstar pup, raking in anywhere from nearly $3,000 to $12,000, depending on how long people want to spend with the dog.
That's impressive. $5.7 million for a dog. I look at that pup and I say priceless.
Priceless indeed.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Hey, stick around. A lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
Don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. Stream us live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this.
Sticking with us at 8:44 this Wednesday. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and now is the perfect time to remind everyone of the importance of screening and early detection.
This morning, we're joined by experts from Highland Hospital. We have Lisa Cannon and Lisa Fleming here to talk about what you need to know and how to take charge of your health. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit first about the statistics. They're startling when you look at how many young people are being diagnosed with this type of cancer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So colon and rectal cancer is unfortunately on the rise in young adults, which is essentially any adult under 50. We don't know why. This is a trend that's been increasing for decades. Doctors believe it has something to do with environmental factors, our diets, tendency towards overeating and eating ultra-processed foods, as well as smoking and alcohol.
And one of the biggest preventative measures people can take to ensure their health and longevity is screenings and early detection, correct? And that's something that happens at UR.
Exactly. And the guidelines have changed from age 50 now to 45 for screening colonoscopies. And yeah, we have a team of experts at Highland, physicians, nurses, technicians, surgeons that are highly trained in prevention.
Yeah.
What do you say to someone, sorry, Abigail.
No, go for it.
What do you say to someone who's sitting at home who says, you know, I'm right on the cusp, I'm just about to turn 46 and I haven't had a colonoscopy yet and I'm nervous. I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to ignore it and pretend like this is not an issue.
Get screened. Prevention is key. Early detection. Get screened. I've encouraged family members. It's not a big deal.
Is it easy?
It's easy.
Sure. I think the important thing to know is that colonoscopy is one of the easiest ways to prevent colon cancer. Okay, so these polyps, which are small growths that are found on the colon, can be removed before they get a chance to turn into cancer. Okay. Unfortunately, if we wait until we get symptoms and signs of colon cancer, it may be too late for cure. And so colon cancer screening is the best way to take care of yourself.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the signs and symptoms. You know, I know it's uncomfortable to talk about for some people maybe, but it is so important.
Very important.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm happy to take this one.
Yes.
So I think the best advice I can give you is to pay close attention to your poop. Okay, so a major change in the way that you're pooping or how often or what it looks like, especially blood in the stool, either on the poop or in the poop. Sorry I'm saying poop so much, but it's an important word today. Recognize those changes and mention it to your doctor. Okay, don't assume it's just hemorrhoids or just something small.
Yeah, and listen, I think part of the reason that some people try and steer clear of topics like this is because of the comfortability factor. It's gauche to talk about things like that. And listen, we're humans. We're messy. Life is sticky. It's not great sometimes.
Exactly.
But you can make sure that what you do have, you can seize all of the opportunities by making sure that your health is at the forefront of your mind.
Absolutely. It's like going to the dentist, right? And making sure that your oral health, it's going for your mammograms. This is important.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to the screening process, I know you talked a little bit about, you know, if you're on the cusp or if there's a family history, but what if somebody is, you know, sitting at home and they're thinking to themselves, you know, I'm young, but I'm still apprehensive about it, because you know you see people on social media and it's a big fear. I get ads all the time from I can't remember which group it is, but they're saying, you know, the statistics when it comes to young people, it's shocking.
Exactly. So but talk to your doctor. If there's the guidelines which to be followed. If there's family history or any type of genetic screening that needs to be done for the earlier than 45, talk to your primary care. They will help direct you. And it is scary when you don't know what to expect, but then, you know, once you go through it, you realize that was a breeze. And people are anxious coming in, and that's where our expert nursing team, physicians and endotechs at Highland and the procedure center take very good care, lessen their anxiety, and then before you know it, it's over.
Yeah, our goal for the day is to keep patients as comfortable as possible, keep them relaxed through the process. And I think by and large, once the patient gets to the recovery room and everything is done, they feel very relieved that they've gone through it, and they almost always say it wasn't as bad as that they were expecting.
Well, it isn't, and listen, I'm sure you guys have seen just about everything out there, so there's literally no reason for anybody to be embarrassed or to put this on the back burner. It's your health. You need to take charge.
Exactly.
Thank you both so much. For somebody sitting at home who wants to learn more, what's the website they can go to, brush up on that information or to find out about an appointment?
I mean, there's multiple. So the Highland Hospital, if you punch Highland Hospital endoscopy, we have a whole web page, you can, for colon cancer stats and information, the American Cancer Society. There's multiple avenues, especially now with March being colon cancer awareness. You just type in colon cancer and everything comes up.
Boom, you're there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
you
you.
both so
Thank you.
much.
Time right now is 8:50. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this.
Yeah, that looks great. Time right now is 8:52. We are following some developing breaking news this morning. Rochester police investigating what appears to be a homicide.
Yeah, Chris Lopez has just talked to Rochester police and joins us with the very latest from the scene this morning. Chris, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, we're on the intersection of Lowell Ave and Spencer Street right now, and we spoke to RPD Captain Bello, and he tells us that this is a homicide. This is marked a homicide, and that this did happen around 7 a.m. this morning. They got a report of a person down on the sidewalk. First responders did try and come here and resuscitate the adult, but the person was declared deceased here on the scene. RPD says that the person suffered trauma to the upper body. They're not going into whether this was a gunshot wound or a stab wound or any type of violent action like that. Major Crimes is here. There are several unmarked as well as marked vehicles from Rochester PD investigating this. And they are encouraging anyone with a doorbell camera, any witnesses that live here on Spencer Street to come forward and call 911 if you witnessed anything. They are also going to walk down the street trying to comb through homes, seeing if there are any doorbell cameras that witnessed this homicide here. But as of right now, that is the very latest of information that we have here on scene. I'm sure they're going to come out with more information as this story progresses, and we'll keep you updated here live as well as on 13wham.com And as for right now, this part of Spencer Street, I believe this is the 200 block of Spencer Street, is closed for the foreseeable future. Guys, sending it back to you in studio.
And Chris, I would imagine it will remain closed. It still looks like a very active scene there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Time right now is 8:54. We still have a lot to get to here on ARC Rochester.
Stick around. We're back right after this.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Stephanie Joseph. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. And we do start with breaking news in the city of Rochester this morning. You're taking a live look at Spencer Street, where Rochester police are investigating a homicide. Now, they got a call around 7 this morning for an adult down on the sidewalk there near Lowell Avenue. That person, only described right now as an adult, was declared dead at the scene. Police say they suffered trauma to the upper body. Our Chris Lopez is there to get more information, and he's going to go live for us again coming up soon at 9 here on ARC Rochester. And we've also learned a Rochester woman has been killed in a double shooting in Syracuse, and her boyfriend is now under arrest. Our sister station in Syracuse reports 32-year-old Uraldith Schutte of Rochester was killed Monday night alongside an 11-year-old child. The suspect has been identified as David Huff. The child is his son, Jeremiah. Huff was arrested Tuesday morning. And a traffic alert to make you aware of this morning. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office is alerting drivers of a crash in Parma involving a motorcycle. It's at West Ridge Road and Union Street. We have a crew at that scene to learn more. Drivers are asked to take an alternate route. And another alert for you this morning. We're watching a delay on 590 northbound here. We're taking a live look at drive times here. You see drivers going slow in that direction. 28 minutes, that's the expected commute. You've got a left lane of 3 that's closed, as well as the side shoulder over there. Drivers may want to consider an alternate route if they are taking this area. And major changes could be on the way for 2 Wayne County school districts. The Marion and Williamson Central School Districts, or Central Boards rather, unanimously approved a feasibility study for a possible merger. With budget shortfalls looming and rising payroll and healthcare costs, officials say consolidation could help cut costs, generate funding, and lower tax levies for both districts. But reaction from the community is mixed. Once the study is complete, voters will have the final say on whether that merger moves forward. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
9 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, March 19th. We are following some breaking news right now on ARC Rochester. A homicide investigation underway in the city.
Stephanie Joseph is at the Breaking News Center with the very latest for us now. Hey, Steph.
Yeah, guys, good morning. Officers responded to Spencer Street around 7 this morning, finding an adult with upper body trauma. That victim later died on the scene. We do find our Chris Lopez live there for us. He heard from police moments ago. Chris, what can you tell us?
Yeah, right now I'm on the intersection of Spencer Street and Lyle, and they told me that they arrived at around 7 o'clock and they got reports of an adult down on the concrete. First responders did come and try and resuscitate that individual. We can confirm that it is an adult. We can't confirm if it's a male or a female. After they did try and resuscitate, the person was declared deceased here at the scene. RPD tells us that they suffered trauma to the upper body. No word yet if that is a gunshot wound or if that is a stab wound. Major crimes is here. There's also several unmarked vehicles as well as marked vehicles from Rochester PD, and they are combing the area right now to find out if anyone has any doorbell cameras that could possibly assist in this investigation, or if there are any witnesses around here. There's also a few businesses. There's the Vlash business. There's the Lyle Ave Business Association also right here. There's also street cameras posted on light poles as well. They're going to comb through that, and that's going to aid them in their investigation. And they are asking anyone who has any information that lives on Spencer Street, if you saw anything, if you have a doorbell camera that may have seen what happened here, to please come forward and call 911. We are told that the command van is also on its way here, and that the blue tarp over there is shielding their investigation. But that's all we have for you guys right now. We're going to keep you updated as this story develops throughout the morning here live, as well as on 13wham.com. Steph?
And Chris, I mean, just looking behind you, it looked very busy on scene, not just police cruisers, but also just, it seems like people who may be living in the area. Have you heard to or talked to anyone around there?
No, anyone that I did talk to around this area was actually asking us what had happened. Anyone that is back through here, we have not talked to. It's all marked off here, so we can't enter. But anyone who is passing by has been asking us actually what has happened. We told them that information right now is very limited.
All right, Chris, live on Spencer Street near Lyle Avenue for us this morning as a homicide investigation is underway in the city. And we will, of course, continue to follow this story right here and online at 13wham.com.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. We'll switch gears now with a check of the forecast. Meteorologist Mark McLean is here. And Mark, it is warm and sunny out there right now.
Yeah, ready to switch gears, winter to spring, right? We're going to change the scenery in the forecast for you. And here's the official time. So we get rid of that. You know, there's the flowers. They start to come out. Spring begins 5:01 tomorrow morning. So, you know, we're going to have the weather to match it for the last day of winter. I'm not so sure if winter's happy about that. But, hey, I wanted to give you the answer, to the weather trivia. So did you stew on this for a while?
I think I did. And
we have comments, too.
I know we have some responses.
Yep.
My guess, though, is going to be 72.
72 degrees, okay.
I'm going to guess 77.
77 degrees, okay. Let's see what everyone else is thinking. Nancy says, oh, good morning, Nancy. Thank you. It's beautiful. I'll guess 72. Julie, good morning. Says 69. Mary took a guess at A, and we can fold out the answer. Now, this one is going to make Abby very happy.
Yes!
Look at
77 degrees.
Gosh, I love
Finally.
Finally.
About time. How many days have you been doing this?
We've been
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now.
Something like that. We're having some fun with it. But today's official record, 77, that was set back in 1903. So that's one of our older records. Records go back into the early 1870s. Now, what's going to take that warmth out of town is some rain showers tomorrow out ahead of a cold front. And it looks like the timing on that for you is going to be 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to start off, and then we'll just see some scattered showers into the afternoon. This isn't the kind of thing that's going to wash out your plans out there, but our forecast today actually goes the other way. Just sunshine, dry weather for that morning walk, so we'll be in pretty good shape there. And keep that sunshine in the forecast. 73 is what we're forecasting. We'll see if we get to that 77. It wouldn't surprise me at all if a few spots in the Genesee Valley actually kind of overperformed on the temperature a little bit, mid to upper 70s. And back to reality the next 3 days. We need that music, that Price is Right music, right?
Yeah.
Mountain
Bum,
Climber.
bum, ba, bum.
Oh, the fail music. I was going to go with something a little bit more cheery, but hey. Extended forecast does have some showers around again on Saturday. Temps in the mid-40s, low 40s there on Sunday, and a little bit of a mix early next week. Next week doesn't look quite as bouncy, I guess, with the temperatures. You know, we're not going to have these huge swings back and forth temps to start off.
73 to 27.
Yeah. How are you going to enjoy the afternoon?
Soak it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a walk. Definitely.
Definitely a walk.
Long one.
Yep.
Sunbathe in the backyard.
I got to clean up the yard, too. Got a lot of stuff back there.
You have to dig up the picture when you had fun on a warm spring day. Way back in the
I
COVID
will.
days.
I will.
And show the people.
Yeah.
That was
I'll get
fun.
it to Ashley for final thoughts this morning.
You have it on you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Of course
fantastic.
I have that.
This is what Dan will do.
With thighs like
This
these,
afternoon.
absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
A bright white light.
Yeah, it is.
We
It
talked
is.
about that earlier.
It's very bright. Very bright.
But it's nice just to open the windows. You know, you open the windows of the
God.
house, you let the air out. I mean,
It's great driving with
Yes.
the windows down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little spring cleaning, you know.
Yeah.
It's garbage night at the McLean household, so get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that's out in the garage, you know.
Yeah,
The spring
yeah,
stuff.
I hear you. We just cleaned out the
Do we
garage.
take stuff from the boys like when they're
When they're at
unaware?
school?
Yeah.
Colton has a real problem with stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not sure how to address this.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
talk it through
Let's
real
talk
quick.
about it on live television.
Okay.
Talk it through real quick.
There's lots.
There's lots. Okay, and what's the issue?
Well, they occupy more and more space.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you?
Is it in his bedroom
Yes, and
and everywhere else?
yeah, like toy room.
Does he know how many there are?
No idea.
Okay, so you can start to take them and donate them.
Yeah, one by one.
I think he'll notice eventually.
Yeah, what if you get
Right.
the one though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should ask him, which ones are your favorite?
Like under your bed. It might be under your bed. I don't
Yeah.
know. You've got so many. I
The dog
can't
ate it.
see it.
The dog ate it.
Yeah.
Dog
Indy ate it.
Yeah, Indy took it outside.
Yeah.
He
That's
thought
how
it was one
goes.
of his toys.
Like Indy's a lady.
She thought it was one of her toys.
Are they like little like stuffed bears and stuff?
All sorts of stuff. Yeah.
There are worse things he could be doing. When
Yes,
you said he's
very-
got a
very much
problem,
so.
I was like,
Very
he's
much so.
collecting trash.
No,
Like that's
no.
what we were going
No.
toward.
No. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're fine.
I think
I
so.
think you're fine.
Well, spring cleaning.
Don't
Yeah.
ruin his childhood, McLean.
Oh,
I'll try
my
not to. I'll
goodness.
try not to.
Oh, boy. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Time right now, 9:10. Much more to get to on ARC Rochester when we come back. We're learning more about recruitment opportunities available with the RPD.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us with you wherever you head. We are live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel. We're streaming there right now, believe it or not. Isn't that incredible? The power of technology. Stick around, ARC Rochester is back after this. Welcome back. 9:13 this Wednesday morning. The Rochester Police Department is putting the call out for new recruits and who are looking to join their squad and keep our community safe.
This morning, we're getting a closer look at their current recruitment drive and what it takes to become an officer. For more, we're joined now by officers Michelle Calderon and Cassidy Hall. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
We've looked at some of the numbers here, and the RPD is short about 100 officers with the force. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, I'm coming up on my 20 years and 9 days that we just spoke about. So the next few classes after me are pretty big classes that potentially could retire. So as soon as we have so many people retire, we have an even more shortage. And then there's people, unfortunately, get hurt on the job and have to medically retire earlier than they would like to. So, you know, we're looking for 100 officers, more if we can have them. So as I said, the next couple classes, we're going to have a bunch of people retiring, potentially.
Now, you've been with RPD for nearly 20 years now, 9 days.
9 days.
And 4 years. What does it take for somebody out there who's watching this who says, you know, becoming a police officer is something I might have thought of in the past? What type of traits does a person need to have to become a good police officer?
Anyone who's hardworking. We love the people who are hardworking and have that drive in them, passionate. And if you want to help people, this is the job for you.
The process of becoming a police officer may seem a little daunting to some, but tell us a little bit about how it all works. Is it as daunting as it may seem?
I think we give you so much preparation. We're so transparent now. So you're going to have your written exam, which, by the way, is May 3rd. And then your agility is going to be the weekend of June 20th. So we're giving you ample time to get ready for this test. And then if you should happen to fail, you're going to get a second opportunity in July to redo the agility test. So that's where we lose the most people, believe it or not the written exam, it's the agility process. So if people can just, we're being transparent, we're giving you the dates, you got plenty of time to get ready. As long as they can do that, it makes it easier process. That's probably the hardest part, getting in. Then it's the background process, because, you know, people have lived and, you know, we've made mistakes in life, and we're not looking for anyone perfect. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
The agility part of the testing, what does that look like specifically?
It consists of push-ups, sit-ups, and a 1.5 mile run. And the number of push-ups and sit-ups that you have to do is in a minute time frame, and it all depends on your age and your sex.
Wow, okay. So let's say Dan becomes a member of the RPD, just hypothetically here. He passes the agility test. Is that something he needs to keep up with throughout his 20, 25 years? He has to continue to do that.
We would love that, yes.
Come on, Dan.
Yes, we would love you, Dan.
Listen, there are age requirements, though, and limitations. Talk to us about those.
So you have to be at least 19 years of age when you take the test, but 20 years when you get hired, and then our cutoff is 35 years old. So you have to be 34 at the time of the test, and then you can turn 35 during the process.
So there's still time for you, Abigail.
Still time.
I'm on the outs, but you can join.
Now, unless you have military, Dan, because if you have military and certain requirements, such as being deployed, can take you up to 41.
Wow.
They really want me to
They
join.
really do.
Come on.
So the tests are coming up here, yes?
Yes.
When and where, how do people do that?
So they can go to jointherpd.com to apply. That's going to apply for the civil service test. The deadline for that is April 4th at midnight. That test is May 3rd.
I do want to briefly, if we can, talk about the benefits of becoming an officer. Not only are you working in your community and helping people, that being such a big part of it, but I would imagine the health benefits are great, the pay is solid, and there's got to be some sort of camaraderie. I imagine the friends you make on the force are often friends that you have for life. They are part of your wedding party. They are there, at the birth of your children, that kind of thing. No?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like any family, dysfunctional. You know, we don't love you all, but we're always going to be there, back everyone up. Like I told you guys, I know I've said it a million times, but my 20-year anniversary is coming up. The whole entire class, including people from other counties and stuff, are coming. We're all going to have a party on the actual date. So, I mean, we're still super close. It is. It's really close.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
One more time for somebody watching at home who wants to learn more information. I know you just gave the website, but let's get it again for somebody who maybe missed it.
JoinDRPD.com.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Deadline's April 4th at midnight. Yes.
April 4th at midnight. Thank you both so much. We really appreciate it. And for you at home, we will post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Much more to get to on Arc Rochester when we come back. Stephanie Joseph will be here taking us behind the story.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
Back, we are taking you behind the story this morning as we dive deeper into the rise of homelessness in the Rochester region. 13 WHAM's investigative reporter Lowell Rose spoke with the Salvation Army and a local housing expert about the state of homelessness and some of its driving factors.
The first thing to understand is it could happen to anybody.
That's the message from Michael Gilbert, Director of Development for the Salvation Army of Greater Rochester.
We have a women's shelter and 2 men's shelters with 57 total beds, and we've been seeing anywhere between a 70 and 90% occupancy.
That's just a snapshot of the more than 1,000 people experiencing homelessness in Rochester, according to the January 2024 point-in-time count.
This year, I would expect that, we went up a couple hundred, but we don't know those numbers yet.
Point-in-time data collected in January of 2025 is expected to be released in April, showing the updated number of people unhoused in our area. Nicholas Coulter is co-founder of Person-Centered Housing Options. He says homelessness has increased locally in recent years, rising by more than 200 people from 2023 to 2024, according to the latest point-in-time count data.
I think the rising rent costs are certainly a contributing factor for the amount of people that are experiencing hardship. Those folks end up in eviction court, or they may be leaving their apartments.
Coulter says they're increasingly seeing homelessness among African Americans, people older than 60, and more families with children.
So if we're finding more children and families in their cars, we know that there's a bigger problem.
To help those experiencing homelessness, the Salvation Army offers a place for people to sleep, supportive services, and food.
The real goal for us is just to make sure people know that we're available as a resource, that we do outreach in the community. We try to meet people where they are and let them know that that we are an option for them to get help.
That was our Lowell Rose reporting there. Our colleagues have produced a special on the Salvation Army's efforts to help the unhoused. You can watch Sinclair Cares Homeless to Hope on Fox Rochester this Saturday night at 5:30 and 7:30 and Sunday night at 6:30. And coming up tomorrow morning on ARC Rochester, we'll be having an in-depth conversation with the Salvation Army about the organization's local support of our area's homeless. And for more on this story, you can visit our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
Spatchcock Funk, and we in the club. Not just any club, a yacht club, because today we're making a really cool treat we like to call the party yacht. These are raw oysters with fried chicken skin, champagne, luxe, super luxe. So, the first time we had some really dialed up oysters. Now we've had oysters since we were kids, loved them growing up, but when we were youngins, early 20s, we made our way to a party in the Hamptons. Now, we're cruising down in there in a beat-up Chevy S10, passing like Lamborghinis, Maseratis, like it was a new world for us. And we show up to the party, and we're a little bit nervous because these people are fancy, they got some money. And we say, oh, hello, Chauncey, hello, Rumsey. Very fancy people, but they knew how to drink and they knew how to eat. So, this is inspired by that. Sunbathing, they got that nice tan going, they looking hot. Then we're gonna take some of our champagne mignonette, right? We're gonna drizzle that into our dish. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of cilantro too, because we like some of that flavor on there, and the color is cool. And then finally, what we're gonna do for a little more color, we are gonna take the zest, some orange. Can't wait to party, y'all. Here we go. Look at this beautiful cornucopia of madness. That's how we roll. Spatchcock Funk up on the yacht. Crunchy, seafood brine, champagne, beautiful.
Welcome back, and thanks so much for sticking with us here at 9:30 on ARC Rochester. We want to kick this final half hour off this morning by learning more about a new campaign launched by the U.S. Army.
Yeah, the campaign, Uncommon is Calling, highlights part-time service opportunities available in the Army National Guard.
For more on that campaign, we are joined now by Sergeant Claudia Napier. Good morning. Thank you so much, Sergeant, for waking up bright and early for us. We really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So let's dive right into this new campaign. Uncommon is Calling. For someone sitting at home, what does that mean?
Yes. So the new campaign kind of just showcases, everyday lives of our part-time soldiers in the Army National Guard. It kind of shows how you could be, sitting in traffic in your car trying to get to work. And then it also shows you driving, a military vehicle through a flood. It also shows maybe you have an office job and you're working 9 to 5 at a computer and at a desk all day, and maybe you just want a little more out of life. And then it shows you, going and assisting with a wildfire or assisting with, a disaster that we're having in our communities. So it really showcases that part-time service, also with that dual lifestyle of being a soldier, that the Army National Guard can offer somebody.
I think a lot of the time people think of joining the forces and they think it's going to be a long commitment. But for this, it seems maybe, I don't want to use the word casual, but a little more casual.
I mean, yeah, so all we ask is, for that part-time service, you're only going to drill 1 week in a month and then a couple weeks during the summer. So, it's like we really hone in on that part-time service because you are able to have that civilian life and that civilian career, and you're really able to have the best of both worlds in the Army National Guard. And that's really what this campaign is trying to showcase.
Talk to us, if you will, about the support that the National Guard offers communities across the country.
Absolutely. So, we have been sent, by the governor to go support local law enforcement and, first responders to things that maybe they need a little bit more help with, maybe clearing roadways after a hurricane. 2024, we had Hurricane Milton and Helene. We had, some units go out and have, help families, be removed from their homes and, rescue people that maybe were in a lot more flooded areas. We also had the wildfires, just go through California, which we also sent guardsmen to go assist with that as well. And it's really just being able to be in your home state or being able to take care of those who maybe took care of you while you were growing up. Now we are able to give back to those communities and give back to our loved ones in a way that a typical person wouldn't really get the opportunity to do, while also getting that hands-on training and, getting that hands-on experience that a lot of people, especially in other components, wouldn't be able to experience besides in the National Guard.
And for you, tell us a little bit about your story and how you joined the Army National Guard.
Sure. So I was just, a confused kid. 19 years old, didn't really know what I wanted to do, was undecided in my major, and kind of just wanted an adventure. So talked to an Army National Guard recruiter in Tennessee and signed up as a military police officer. My entire family has been serving and is serving in different services. So it's been nice to, be able to talk to them about my experiences and their experiences. And I've actually been able to go overseas to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba as a military police officer. And I've also, been able to be a part of these campaigns, a couple of them in my career, which is something I could never imagine myself being able to be a part of. And then most recently, I've become a recruiting and retention non-commissioned officer. So that really gives me the opportunity to share everything that I've experienced in my Army National Guard career and kind of help them on the path that they want for their lives as well.
We have the website up for somebody sitting there who wants to learn more, but I want to ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years with this under your belt?
That's an awesome question. So in 5 or 10 years, I see myself maybe about 5 years away from retirement. I plan on doing this full time for the next 20 years. I plan on making a career out of my Army National Guard service. I would love to go, be a drill sergeant and really have an impact on new and incoming soldiers, because that's where I really experienced my passion and my love for serving and for the National Guard. So really just being good at my job and serving my community, my country, and really being able to make that impact on young soldiers' lives that my leadership did for me.
Ultimately, what do you hope that this campaign will accomplish?
I just would love for people to know more about the Army National Guard. I would love for people to realize how many opportunities comes with it. Serving your country is great, and that's a big reason why we do this. But a large reason is, some people just need help. Some people need help paying for school. Some people need help with more affordable health care. We're not just signing up 17-year-old juniors in high school. We're also, signing up 35 to 40-year-olds that maybe they have families that they want to take care of, or maybe, they didn't get as much out of their younger years that they're wanting. So this is an opportunity for us to really let people know what the Army National Guard can offer them, and really, kind of just put the educational purposes out there for them if they want to reach out or maybe want to get a little more information. I'm hoping that now this has kind of been the thing to kind of push them to reach out and see if this is the path that, they would want to be on.
Sergeant, thank you so much for your time this morning, and of course for your service. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Time right now, 9:37. Much more to get to on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we're looking ahead to a special concert that's happening this weekend.
We are, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you're headed. We are streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
this weekend, the JCC Theater is celebrating some of music's most legendary women with a special show called Lady of Song.
Yes, and Rochester legend Cinnamon Jones is going to be on the stage performing songs from Diana Ross, Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin. You name it, she does it.
Yeah, this morning we're thrilled to have Cinnamon Jones for us in studio. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. You've got to be so excited for this weekend.
Oh my God, I'm exhausted for this weekend, but yeah, I'm ready though. We're ready, let's put it that way.
Talk to us, Cinnamon, about the work that goes in on getting a show like this organized, ready to go, and then about the rundown of songs, the selection. That's got to be, you know, a lengthy process in and of itself, picking the ones that you really want to do and the ones that you know that your audience wants to hear.
Mm-hmm. So this show has been going on now for over 10 years, so I'm okay with that. So as far as putting the show together, it's actually together. You know what I mean? So it took a minute, but we got it together. So as far as the songs and the picks, look, who doesn't like legendary songs?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like legendary women?
Right.
So it's an easy pick. Picking the women to sing them is the work. And I found some great women. You know, I have Sherry Barton, I have Daphne Keys, LaToya Allen, I have Sandra Nero. I mean, these women, they're local and they are fabulous and powerful.
Absolutely.
And then I got these great musicians back here, you know, Brandon and my buddy Chubb. So
they're not just models standing here in the background.
They're real.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a process, but it's a good process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to take your time. You don't sleep, and you just do it.
But I imagine you love every second of that process, right?
I do. I love music.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a musician, singer, songwriter. This is what I do.
What is it about music that you love so much?
I grew up, you know, in music. You know, my whole family has done music from the time I was a baby. So, you know, starting off with gospel music. So it's in my blood, girl. It's in my blood. So it is what it is.
There's something so powerful and so transformative when you're listening to a piece of music or a particular artist perform a particular piece of music. It can really draw out so many different emotions from people. It's such a powerful tool to have, especially when you have your level of talent. What is that like, knowing that you're out there and you kind of can control where the journey you're going to take the audience on?
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. That's it.
Oh, that's good.
Really powerful.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
It. There's no more to say to that.
What would be your message to young women who are watching this either live right now or watching it later on, who are trying to make their mark on the music industry?
Just make sure that you're sharing your gift. Don't, you know, do it for yourself. Be selfless. You know, share your gift with others because it doesn't belong to you. You know, so just make sure you're doing the right things with it.
I like that. I like that. From an audience perspective, we might have talked about this in the past in one of your previous appearances here, but I want to know what it's like for you when you're on the stage performing and you're feeding off of that energy from the crowd. What is that almost tangible feeling that you get?
Oh, I'm excited. I get excited because I'm still me. So when I go into a show, it's basically a house party. You have stepped into my living room, so let's have a good time. I want you to come in there and just enjoy yourself, so when you leave, you're free. You know, it's not about me, it's not about them. We're all in one house.
Yeah.
Let's just have a good time.
Well, I'm sure people will have a good time. We're going to hear from you coming up after the commercial break, and we're so excited for that. But for somebody who wants to get tickets, when and where, and what do they need to know?
It'll be at the JCC this Saturday at 3 o'clock because we don't like to do anything late. And tickets are $30. So go online and check it out. And please come out. Come out and have a good time. You guys need to come out.
We do, and they're hours that are conducive.
I know, nice and early.
To our lifestyle.
And it's a family show, so bring your kids.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, and come out and have some fun.
She's opening the front door, welcoming you into her living room. And just a minute from now, we're going to welcome her into your living room. Stick around. We're back after this.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna put this on your case so we can get.
Gotta do the O's.
That's all.
Gotta do the O's. I kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing a little.
Can I have that water real quick here?
Yay, hi, Joe.
So I can out without choking.
My sketch right here.
You guys can take that song if you want to. Wake up in the morning. It's a brand new day. Seriously.
In the middle?
You can have that song for the wake up in the morning, huh?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I wrote it. Let's talk. Let's talk about.
You don't want to see that.
No. So, with that, we're just going to introduce. Okay. $9:48 this Wednesday. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester. We have legendary musician Cinnamon Jones here getting ready for her show this Saturday, Lady of Song.
Yeah, it's happening this weekend. We're getting a preview now of the show. We're so excited. What are you going to be singing for us?
We're going to do Natural Woman, Unplugged.
Unplugged. We love it. Do you want to quickly, can we introduce everyone out here?
This is Daphne Keys, Sandra Nero, Sherry Barton. This is Chubb. This is Brandon Hughes.
And this is Cinnamon Jones.
Looking out in the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, you made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in a lost and found, You came along to claim me. I didn't know what was wrong with me. You helped me name it. I'm no longer doubtful for what I'm living for. And if I have to make you, I can do more. 'Cause you make me feel, yes you do. You make me feel, yes you do. You make me feel like a natural woman. Oh baby, what you done to me? What you done to me? You make me feel so good inside. Good inside. And I wanna be close to you. You make me feel so alive. You make me feel, yes you do. You make me feel. Only you. You make me feel like a natural woman.
That was absolutely incredible. Cinnamon Jones, my gosh, the voice on you, the talent on the two of you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's truly incredible.
Thank you, baby.
One more time for somebody sitting at home, JCC this Saturday, 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
How do they get tickets?
Go online or come to the door. Come on in.
Come
if we
on
sell out,
in.
if we sell out. We'll put you on the floor and the stage, whatever.
They'll put you anywhere. It's her living room. You are welcome to come by.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you guys.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Our
you.
final thoughts coming up after this.
That was incredible. That was.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you. You take care.
You guys.
You are crazy.
That's also
That coming from Dan Trek is really special.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
I thought you guys were my friends.
Oh, we are.
Not you.
All right, our final thoughts this morning. Okay, we just had Cinnamon Jones in here.
It was
It was amazing.
Right?
Really
Yeah.
Really
That's
good.
like the highlight of the morning.
Yeah.
1,000%.
And they started
Agreed.
singing a second song behind the scenes.
I know.
Just keep them going.
It was good.
You want to join backup?
Ooh, I don't know if Rochester is quite ready for that yet.
They might need a bass.
Maybe, yeah.
I think
know.
you got the pipes for it. And listen, you have evenings and weekends free now.
look at that.
So circling on that, this used to be my Friday. I'm still not used to that. Like, I'm still expecting Wednesday to be Friday.
No.
When you do it for 17 years,
Oh,
take some
maybe,
time.
maybe a year.
Take some time.
So what is the past 3-ish weeks been like for you? How's that
Good.
been?
It's been great. It's refreshing. It's nice the content format, and we're able to have as much fun as we do.
Yeah.
It's kind of liberating.
Yeah.
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 And we have a lot of fun things planned too as we get into the spring and summer months. I mean, exciting things to come for sure. But
Can't wait to get back into some gardening segments and get out in the community a little bit more for some of these, and we'll see. I guess the sky's the limit, really.
A 13-wham garden. We're going to have a 13-wham pool, I understand. Listen, there's a crew out back assessing the swamp area.
Yeah.
Yep. Getting ready to lay the tile out.
Don Elhart Way is going to be a luxury resort.
Oh, my gosh.
We spend so much time here.
Yes,
might as well.
I feel like we need a lazy river that runs along Don Elhart Way.
Let me go check with our operating budget again. Oh
boy. Oh, boy. Hey, that does it for us here on ARC Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow if he's still here. I mean, I don't know, the operating budget. 4:57 over on what channel?
13 Wham ABC. You can join Steph there later today for 13 Wham News at midday. We'll see you then.
Bye.